Are we tied? Oh my goodness. What a game, huh? They've had 6 basically. They kicked 3. The scoreboard says 2.
7th inning to this point has taken 40 minutes. Runners on the corners, 2 outs.
If you look at the Rangers, they've had 5 outs in this inning already.
Donaldson driving in the tie run on a fielder's choice. In Missouri fashion in the top half. 1-1 from Thompson. Batista with a drive. Deep left field. No doubt about it.
What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to yet another video. Today, we're talking R6. The rumors are true. You read it online. You saw the tweets. You saw the articles posted. The R6 is real. It's here. It's on the table. You got the top down. We're gonna go through the features. You already saw some of the footage from it. That whole little coffee scene was done in 4K 60. If the R5 wasn't for you, maybe the R6 is. So I figured that we would compare them side by side. So if $52.99 is a little bit out of the bracket, or you just don't want to spend that, or if it's a little bit too much, or you can't justify it, whatever. Maybe $32.99 is a little more in your ballpark. Looking at the body, you've got the top-down dial. Okay, you don't have that on the R5. This is gonna give you your manual, your aperture priority, shutter priority, all of those things. You're gonna physically click that over to your custom modes, your video mode, your auto mode if you wanted to do that. But there's something nice about the tactile wheel where you just look down and you know what mode you're in. If you wanna switch it to video, you switch it to video. That's nice. You don't have the screen up top. You'll notice. Let's look at them side by side. You don't have the screen. But what you do have is the in-body image stabilization, 5-axis. That's coming on the R6. Really happy they didn't remove that, especially for the price point. You want to make sure it has that. So once you get your image stabilized lens on top of your stabilized body, Bob's your uncle, Fran's your aunt. Let's go. All right, talking about the LCD, it's a little bit smaller on the R6. It's 3 inches. On the R5, it's 3.2. R6 has 2 card slots. However, they are both SD card slots. They are not CF Express plus SD. They're just dual SDs, which more people probably have. The EOS R touch bar, not here, gone. You get the joystick back. You get the wheel in the back as well. Love that. Ergonomically, also feels good. Slightly less thicker than the EOS R5, but if we compare these top down, I almost don't think there's any difference. The R5 grip feels a bit fuller in my hand, but not by a whole lot. There's the side. Let's go to the bottom, why not? Let's do it, we're here. There's your tripod mount, your battery door. There you go, there's the 360. Got a little dirt on this lens, quad lens. What is inside this? What's the deal? Let's get down to the definitive, the brass tacks, the specs inside, and we'll go from there. So on the photo side of things, straight up, this is a 20 megapixel body opposed to the 45 megapixel body in the R5. So still very capable, not nearly as high as the R5, which I'm very excited about. But again, the price drop, the specs drop slightly, but not a whole lot. Now, just like the R5, this jobby here has 12 frames per second mechanical shutter, and it's also doing that super fast 20 frames per second when you're in live preview. Really pumped. These bodies are both doing the super high speed. That's amazing. Now, even though you still have those shooting modes, this camera is louder than the R5. The R5 is like muted. It's like the mute button's on. You just hear nothing. This one, you're still gonna hear it, but it is still way better than a mirrored camera. Sounds like a Saturday afternoon when half your neighbors are pressure washing that driveway. All right, let's talk about resolution. R6, what do you got for me? What's under the hood? So you've got 4K 60, 4K 30, 4K 23.98. Then you've got your full HD 60, full HD 30, full HD 23.98. It does not have 4K 120. You're gonna be back to 1080p 120. Still great options. I mentioned this in the R5 video. Using the EOS R for the past, I don't know, how long we've been using it now? Like almost 2 years? So 60p still looks incredible. It's still great. You're doing it in 4K. I'm not mad about it. Would I love 4K 120 in this? Yeah, but you can get that, you're just paying for it now. So you're not getting any of those raw capabilities inside the R6. It's not shooting 8K, so those super high res kind of cinema style camera functions are not present in this. But still a useful mix of high res features, especially just being that you can shoot 4K 24 like without a crop. That's awesome. And it's got autofocus and log modes. I mean, what more do you need? Really, what more do you need? So my experience using this camera is kind of the same as the R5. If you want all the features, you want nothing left out, R5 is the way to go. I got used to using the R5 first, so going to the R6, trying to use it thinking like, oh, right, that's in the R5, and I could just switch. But if this was your only camera, you wanna make sure that whatever you're doing in your career, in your profession, in your hobby, supports the settings that the camera's going to have, so you're not longing for something else. Especially if you're spending $32.99 on a body, you wanna make sure it has all the things that you need. And if you like the EOS R, you're gonna love this camera because it's just the EOS R upgraded. I didn't run into any of those overheating issues that I did with the R5 because I don't think this is demanding so much from the sensor and the internal components as the R5 is, so I didn't have any of those shooting and then waiting issues with this particular model, which is great. Again, this is also a sample model, a pre-production. This was still several months out from the moment I got it. This is also kind of like a perfect backup camera to the R5 because I'm always one that believes in having two bodies with you. If you're traveling somewhere or you're shooting something or you're being paid to use this tool and then whatever malfunctions or you drop it or you ruin it or it gets stolen or lost or any of the above, not having another body to default to could be a serious issue depending on what it is that you do. Just like back in the day when a lot of people, a lot of wedding shooters and so on, were using the 5D Mark II and the 7D as like a 1-2 combo. What's up? That was awesome. So this is kind of like the same thing. Doesn't replace the R5, but it is entirely capable as well on its own. So the Coles Notes in recap, it's more affordable than the R5. You're coming in at $32.99 Canadian. You're getting 4K 24, no crop, autofocus, log modes. You're shooting 4K 60, no crop. You're getting that same battery performance. You're getting that incredible frames per second speed when you're shooting RAWs in photo mode. It's got the in-body image stabilization, 5-axis, which works in tandem with the image stabilized lens. So again, gimbals, those sort of things on a normal basis usually aren't needed as much. That 5-axis is also gonna help you just randomly, let's just say you're a vlogger, walking around with your camera on a tripod, it's gonna smooth that out a little bit more than typically having no 5-axis in-body stabilization. Ergonomics, the wheel, the joystick, those things are back. It's a great camera. In summary, I'd be very happy with this if the R5 wasn't within my reach. I don't want to look at it as just one or the other. This is a very capable camera on its own, R5 completely out of the picture. Guys, so that's it. That's your first look at the EOS R6. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be doing more videos on both these cameras in the future. Obviously, lots of content coming with both models. More footage, more examples, more tutorials, how to take advantage of those features, and that about does it. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Smash it if that's something that you're into, 2020 style. Subscribe if you aren't already. Hit the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Let's talk about specs. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My friend Andre Jick has this thing called the Spring of Life. I gave him the name because it just sounded fitting. He's got the best card spring ever. It's kind of like that, just like way, way better. Oh, that was a good one. Should we start this thing? Oh, are we rolling? The monitor's dead, so I have no idea. I can't see. We have been? I thought for sure that I was just, I'm sorry, I thought I was waiting for you. There's the bottom. There's your tripod mount, your battery door. I said that like an idiot. There's your tripod mount, your battery door.